Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Engineering Mathematics DJ Ganit. In this lecture, we will do one more problem on double integrals using polar coordinates. So let's start with this problem. Evaluate double integral of 3x plus 4y square over region R, where R is the region in the upper half plane bounded by the circles x square plus y square equal to 1 and x square plus y square equal to 4. So both the circles are having same center, origin, and radius of this circle is 1 and radius of this circle is 2. If we write 4 as 2 square, so radius of this circle is 2. So both are concentric circles of radius 1 and radius 2, and our region is the region in the upper half plane bounded by these two circles. So first we will sketch the region of integration, and then we will convert this integral into polar integral, and then we will try to evaluate it using polar coordinates. So first we try to sketch the region of integration. So first we sketch the coordinate axis. Suppose this is y-axis, and then we sketch x-axis. X-axis has polar form theta equal to 0. Y-axis is represented by theta equal to pi by 2. Now we decide appropriate scale. Suppose this scale is 1 and this is approximately, say this is 2. So we require two circles. One circle is of radius 1. So first we sketch circle of radius 1 approximately. Suppose this is circle of radius 1. So this is the circle with center radius 1. So this point is order pair 1 0. Then we consider the circle of radius 2. So this distance is 1. So suppose this is approximately 2. So now we sketch this circle of radius 2, which is x square plus y square equal to 4. So we require rough sketch. It should look like a circle. So now suppose this is circle of radius 2. So this point is going to be 2 0. So this inner circle is circle x square plus y square equal to 1, and this outer circle is x square plus y square equal to 4, that is 2 square. And both the circles are having same center, origin. Now our region R is the region in the upper half plane bounded by both the circles. So upper half plane means we have to consider the region of region which is above x-axis. So we will go above this x-axis. Now we have to consider only that portion which is bounded by both the circles. So this is the boundary of the circle x square plus y square equal to 1, and this is the boundary of the circle x square plus y square equal to 4. So our region of integration is the region between two circles. So we indicate by these lines. This is the region of integration for our problem, region in the upper half plane bounded by both the circles. So we will integrate over this region. So this is the region of integration. Now for region in polar form, we have to convert these two equations into polar form. So if we consider x equal to r cos theta, y equal to r sin theta, we have x square plus y square equal to r square, that is r square equal to 1, and that we can rewrite as r equal to 1. Similarly here, if we put x square plus y square equal to r square, we have r square equal to 4, so that means r equal to 2. So polar form of x square plus y square equal to 4 is r equal to 2. Polar form of x square plus y square equal to 1 is r equal to 1. So now we try to find out the limits of integration. So to decide the limits of integration, we consider a ray starting from origin and passing through the region of integration. So we can consider ray in any part of the region. Suppose we consider in this part. So ray enters the region at this point and leaves the region at this point. So we are interested in the value of r at this point, and this point is on the circle x square plus y square equal to 1. So we write that ray enters at r equal to 1, and this point is on the circle x square plus y square equal to 4. That means r equal to 2. So here we write leaves at r equal to 2. Polar form of x square plus y square equal to 4 is r equal to 2. So limits of r are from r equal to 1 to r equal to 2. Now we decide the limits of theta. So we have to find out smallest value of theta. So our region starts from these points. So this is the smallest possible value of theta. So at these points value of theta is 0, and we have to go in this direction. So theta is increasing from 0 to here we have pi by 2, and we will go up to this point, and at this point value of theta is pi. So limits of theta are from 0 to pi. Limits of r are from 1 to 2. So once we have limits of integration, we can transform this integral into polar coordinates and try to evaluate this with respect to limits of r and theta. So before that we have to write down all these things. That we first write down that imagine a ray starting from origin and passing through region as shown in the figure, and we have obtained the limits of integration for polar coordinates. So the limits of integration are, so we use different color. R is from 1 to 2 and theta is from 0 to theta equal to pi. So now we can find out double integral, which is equivalent to given Cartesian integral. Given integral is 3x plus 4y square dA. 3x plus 4y square dA. So here we will substitute x equal to r cos theta, y equal to r sin theta. Limits of r are from 1 to 2. Theta is from 0 to pi. X is replaced by r cos theta. Y is replaced by r sin theta. So we have r square sin square theta, and dA is replaced by r dr d theta. So now we multiply this bracket with r. First integration is with respect to r. So first we collect the powers of r. So before integrating, we multiply this 3r cos theta into r, that is 3r square cos theta plus 4r square into r, that is 4r cube, and sin square theta as it is. First integration is with respect to r and then with respect to theta. So for this inner integral, we consider theta as constant. So this cos theta and sin square theta, all these are considered as constant while integrating with respect to r. So now we integrate with respect to r. Here theta is from 0 to pi. 3 cos theta is constant. Integral of r square is r cube by 3. So 3 will cancel out and we have r cube cosine of theta. Here also sin square theta constant. Integral of r cube is r raised to 4 by 4. That will cancel out this 4. So we have r to the power 4 sin square theta, and limits of r are from r equal to 1 to 2. So first we put the limits of r. Upper limit is r equal to 2. So we have 2 raised to 3, which is 8 cos theta plus 16 sin square theta. This is for r equal to 2, minus r equal to 1. So cos theta plus sin square theta. Then integrate with respect to theta. So this again we can rewrite. Theta is from 0 to pi. 8 cos theta minus cos theta, that is 7 cos theta, plus 16 sin square theta minus sin square theta, that is 15 sin square theta d theta. So this we can again rewrite as 7 times 0 to pi cos theta d theta plus 15 times theta equal to 0 to pi, and we replace sin square theta by 1 minus cosine of 2 theta divided by 2. We know that 2 sin square theta is 1 minus cos 2 theta divided by 2. Now here integral of cos theta is sin theta, and limits are from 0 to pi. Here we can take this 1 by 2 outside. Integral of 1 with respect to theta is theta. Integral of cos 2 theta is sin 2 theta divided by 2. Limits of theta are from 0 to pi. So here sin pi, upper limit for theta is pi, sin pi is 0, minus sin 0 is 0. So this becomes 0. 15 by 2. Upper limit for theta is pi, minus sin 2 pi, that is also 0, minus lower limit for theta is 0. So 0 minus 0. So this is going to be 0. Here we have 15 by 2 into pi. So it is going to be 15 pi divided by 2. So this is the value of given double integral. Okay, so in this way we can use polar coordinates to evaluate Cartesian integrals easily. We just have to transform the Cartesian integral into polar integral. And one observation is, whenever we have this type of terms in the function or in the given curves, whenever we have this type of terms, it is better to transform the given integral into polar integral so that it is easy to evaluate. So this is all about today's session. I hope you like this lecture. Thank you very much.